Welcome to History of Abnormal. Fear, power, and control. The Brazen Bull. Imagine a machine so terrifying that it turned the screams of the condemned into music. A device said to be built not only to kill, but to humiliate, to turn suffering into spectacle. This was the Brazen Bull, a hollow statue of bronze shaped like a mighty bull, with a chamber inside large enough to hold a man. When a victim was locked within and fire lit beneath, their cries would echo through pipes, transformed into sounds like the roar of the beast. But this story is not only about cruelty, it is about power, about how rulers throughout history have used fear as their sharpest weapon. Tonight, we uncover the chilling tale of the Brazen Bull, who built it, who used it, and what it tells us about the darkest corners of human control. Part 1. Origins of the Bull. The Brazen Bull is most often linked to Phalaris, the tyrant of Achragos in ancient Sicily, around the 6th century BCE. According to ancient sources, Phalaris commissioned a craftsman named Perillos of Athens to create a new execution device, something more horrifying, more theatrical than simple death. Perillos delivered his creation, a life-sized bronze bull, hollow inside, with a door on its flank. Pipes and tubes were built into the head, designed to distort human screams into an animal-like bellow. It was not only a machine of execution, it was theater, a performance for the crowd. The story grows darker still. It is said that when Perillos presented the bull to Phalaris, the tyrant tricked him. He ordered the inventor himself to climb inside to demonstrate its sound. Then Phalaris locked the door, lit a fire beneath, and gave the first demonstration of the machine's cruelty, using its own creator as the victim. But whether this tale is myth, propaganda, or truth, one thing is clear. The Brazen Bull became a symbol of terror. Question to the audience: if you lived in ancient times, would fear of such a fate keep you obedient to a ruler, or would it drive you to rebellion? Comment below. Part 2. Fear as a tool. We must ask, why would a ruler want such a device? The answer lies in control. Public executions in antiquity were not only punishments, they were performances of power. By forcing people to watch, rulers reminded the masses who held life and death in their hands. The Brazen Bull was not simply about ending life. It was about turning agony into a spectacle, designed to shock and paralyze the public. Imagine standing in the crowd as the bull roared, the sound echoing through the marketplace. The message was clear: disobey, and this could be you. In that sense, the bull was less about punishment of the few and more about control of the many. Fear became a political weapon. Pause and think. Do you believe fear is still used as a tool of control in our world today? If so, in what ways? Part 3. Myths and legends. Historians debate how real the Brazen Bull truly was. Some argue it was exaggerated, a story spread to demonize tyrants like Phalaris. Ancient writers, including Diodorus Siculus and Pindar, describe it with vivid detail, but few physical remains have ever been found. Was it real, or was it propaganda, an invention to show just how cruel an enemy was? What's fascinating is that even if it was never widely used, the legend itself worked as power. The fear of the bull may have been enough. Just the story alone could keep a population subdued, whispering about the horrors their ruler commanded. Question for you: do you think the power of fear lies more in what is real, or in what people believe could be real? Part 4. Beyond Sicily. Though the Brazen Bull is most famously tied to Sicily, echoes of similar devices appear in other tales. Stories from Rome, from Carthage, from medieval Europe suggest rulers borrowed or reinvented the idea. The bull became a symbol in art and writing, a metaphor for tyranny. In some accounts, Phalaris himself met poetic justice. Overthrown by his people, he was said to have been executed in his own bull. Whether true or not, the irony was clear. Those who rule by fear often fall to it. But legends spread, and with them, the idea of the bull lived on. It became shorthand for absolute cruelty, for rulers who cared more for terror than for justice. If you knew such a device existed in your city, would you live in constant fear? Or would you try to forget, pretend it was not there? Part 5. Control across time. The brazen bull is ancient, but its lessons are eternal. Throughout history, leaders have used fear to keep people in line. Think of medieval torture devices displayed in public squares. Think of the guillotine in revolutionary France, designed not only to execute, but to terrify. Even in the modern age, images of war, surveillance, and punishment are broadcast to remind populations of the cost of disobedience. The tools change, but the principle remains. Fear is the leash of power. And here is the chilling thought: you don't even need the device itself. Just the story of the device can be enough. People's imaginations will do the rest. Ask yourself, what controls us more today? The reality of punishment or the fear of what might happen if we step out of line? Part 6. Reflections. The brazen bull may or may not have stood in the marketplaces of ancient Sicily, roaring with the cries of the condemned, but in a way it is still with us. It survives as a legend, a warning, and a mirror. It forces us to confront the darkest truth of human society, that people in power will often do whatever it takes to stay there, and that fear is the sharpest weapon of all. So the next time you hear a story of cruelty that sounds too monstrous to be real, remember the brazen bull. Real or not, it served its purpose. It made people afraid, and maybe that was always the point. Final question to the audience. Do you think humanity has truly moved beyond the age of fear-driven rule? Or are we still living with new versions of the bull, hidden in plain sight? This has been History of Abnormal, uncovering the darkest and strangest legends of our past. If you found this story chilling, subscribe for more. And tell us in the comments, what do you fear most? Pain, death, or the power of those who control both? Thank you so much for listening. Stay connected as new stories unfold weekly.